There's a very good chance I'm going to have to close the office.
It's all about happiness, baby. What makes you happy? What makes you tick?
Cheers for coming along. Thanks for having me, Georgia. The main reason that this has happened is because, yeah, Georgia's, I've done some work with a couple of Georgia's clients now, who are now my clients actually, and we're also actually in the middle of building a funnel for Georgia, which we'll tell you a little bit about later. But I thought it'd be really, really useful for you guys just to get an idea. You've written a book or you're writing a book, and you know, a lot of the time they're great, books are fantastic, and once you get them all up and running, the problem with them a lot of the time is after a book launch happens, you know, results can pretty much dwindle, right? A lot of the time, the initial sort of buzz that you get from a book launch can, you know, die down, where what you've got there, what you've got in that book can be a really, really useful asset to lead with all of your marketing efforts. And I'll show you a couple of examples today about, you know, how we've done that for some of our clients in the form of a funnel. I'll try and break down everything that you guys should have in place to generate some consistent ongoing business from that book, because there's no reason why that book, especially if you're some sort of service-based company, right, you provide some sort of service or consulting or coaching or whatever that is, if you're in those types of niches, then there's no reason why this shouldn't be giving you a consistent flow of good leads and sales. We've generated 397,000 ad impressions, sorry, 397 million ad impressions, 42 million video views for our clients, 945,000 post reactions, 2.9 million website clicks, generated 499,000 leads. We built 446 online sales funnels, which is what we're going to be talking about today. This is all in the last year. And more importantly for our clients, we've generated £8.8 million in front end revenue. So there you go. That's why you should listen to me. I don't like to boast about myself too much and give you a rags to riches story like some people do when they do presentations, because I haven't really got one. So, but I do understand it's very, very important you know why you're sitting here and giving me your valuable time. It's always good when there's no questions. It's always good because it sort of normally means I've done a good job. Yeah. Or you guys are all just, you know, brain dead because I've given you too much information a lot of the time and you're just well confused because I've used technical terms like conversions and opt-in rates and stuff. Sometimes freaks people out.
In this group there are people who their books are already out. Some have had a little book out for a little while. Some their book came out, you know, literally in the last few weeks or days, and then some it's still in the process and they'll be coming out in the next month or two. Yeah. So is there a better time than any to have a funnel like this? When should people be putting this in place? For the people that have already launched their book and it's already out, then absolutely, you know, as soon as possible, I think, because it just gives you a lot more control. You have complete control over the results it gets you. You know, I don't know how you guys, for the most part, have it structured at the moment, but let's say you've got a website for the book or it's on Amazon or whatever, you're pretty much at the whim of other things that you can't control, right? You might get one sale, you might get 10 sales. The good thing about having a funnel in place that's specifically designed to do it is you've got complete control over the results. Because if you want to spend, for instance, if you want to spend 50 quid a day for a couple of days, that 50 quid, without a doubt, is going to get you between 10 and 20 leads for that 50 quid every day. That's potentially going to get you one call booking a day, you know, or one every other day or something like that. It's just giving you that consistent certainty that every day you walk into the office, you've got leads joining your list who are interested in what you've got potentially. You've got people that are booking times to speak with you or actually buying your services, depending on what your funnel looks like. And it gives you that certainty that every single morning you come in and you know that's there. It's just a much better, more controlled environment to be in as a business owner. Trust me, I know more than ever, you know, with what we do. We literally use funnels and sales funnels to generate all of our business that comes in. So I think really, to answer your question, if they haven't yet launched their book,
they should at least have an idea of what their funnel structure is going to be. They should definitely have it in place so that they know, okay, after the initial launch, when things start tailing off, I can now move to a more deliberate strategy, which is a funnel that's in place that I can just plug traffic into. The great thing about it is that once you get, like our goal when we build these funnels for people is to get them to a point where they're making 2, 3, 4 times the money that they're spending on ads. So that's the great thing about a funnel. If you can spend £1 and make 4, then obviously the next day, right, it's going to be, okay, how can I spend 10 to make 40? And the good thing about once you've got the funnel in place and you know those numbers, you're like, okay, at the moment I'm spending £1 and making 2. That's good, I want to scale that up. The good thing, because the funnel is in place and that's the hardest part, the traffic part becomes easy. Sending visitors there is the easy part. It's getting that money to work for you that's the hard part. So once the funnel's in place, it just becomes a game of, okay, right, let's plug Facebook in, see if that works. Let's do some Google ads. Let's do some LinkedIn ads or whatever, or some just organic LinkedIn marketing. And then you plug all of these traffic sources in so that you scale up and it starts getting you more results. Like I said, you start spending £10 and making 40 rather than spending 1 and making 4. Was about to finish the last module of a new training that we got, but next door looks like they're getting one of these built, one of these mezzanines, and it's a load of noise, drilling and stuff next door. So I think I'm gonna have to do it at home. Also, we just obviously it's Monday. I don't know what the date is, but it's Monday, and we just had the announcement on the weekend from Boris, good old Boris, that he's putting us into a 4-week lockdown now. So there's a very good chance I'm gonna have to close the office. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do any more vlogs. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and do some lockdown vlogs on my GoPro at home, so I can still do videos for you guys and let you see how an entrepreneur deals with a lockdown, a COVID lockdown. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty tough because we're not going to be in here, But business is when it first happened, actually at the start of the year, it was quite bad for us because we probably lost about at least a couple of £100,000 worth of revenue every year, because we had a lot, not because we lost the clients because we weren't doing our job properly. That's not the case. It was because they weren't marketing. They couldn't afford to spend money on marketing. They suddenly needed to be a lot more careful with the cash that they were spending. They suddenly needed to just watch their cash a lot more carefully. So we definitely lost a lot of business. But what was good is, I had to then come up, it got me all creative, right? I had to replace that revenue. I had to think, okay, what else can we provide? What else can we sell that's going to get us that money back? And we created the Done For You funnel service, which is where we build the whole websites for people so that they can turn visitors into leads, leads into sales. And they worked really, really well, made up for the revenue. Now we're going back into another lockdown. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're definitely going to be fine, which is a lot more that I can say for some of the businesses out there. There's going to be a lot of businesses that are really going to struggle now, but for us it just means there's a lot more businesses out there we can help. So hopefully if you're watching this and you're in trouble, you're going to be all right. But just keep watching these vlogs. Remember to subscribe, leave me a comment below with any questions you've got related to that sort of stuff. I'm always here to help and answer your questions, guys.